Israel takes control of the Rafah border crossing between the Gaza Strip and Egypt. Well, this after the latest ceasefire proposal from Hamas and Egypt did not meet Israel's demands. Here's One America's chief White House correspondent Monica Page with more.
Reports suggest the Biden administration has been constantly urging Israel not to move ahead with an operation in Rafah due to humanitarian concerns. But after Hamas's weekend attack took the lives of a number of Israeli soldiers, not to mention Hamas still hasn't released the remaining hostages, Israel is now moving ahead with the incursion. I'm joined by Israeli government spokesman David Mentzer. David, thank you so much for being here with us. I want to start out with the ceasefire deal that was put on the table by Hamas and Egypt, and obviously the United States was mediating it this week. Israel rejected it, with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calling the proposal, quote, far from Israel's basic requirements. Now, what specifically are you able to tell us was involved in this deal? I don't know how much you're allowed to tell us. And do you trust that this deal can be made at this point?
Well, firstly, Monica, thank you very much for having me on the show. Look, just to update you on the hostage negotiations discussions by the War Cabinet last night. You know, our War Cabinet is a cabinet of Israel's national unity government, but the War Cabinet unanimously, that means unanimously to a person, decided that Israel, it will continue its operation in Rafah in order to apply maximum military pressure on Hamas to release our hostages and achieve all of our war's objectives. Now, despite Hamas's grandstanding last night, Hamas's proposal, as you said, it's really far from Israel's core demands. Nevertheless, we are going to dispatch a ranking delegation to Egypt to maximize any chance that there is, even the slightest chance of an agreement on the terms of an acceptable to Israel, to us here, to get our hostages out of Hamas's hands. You know, we are committed to pursuing every single avenue, diplomatic and militarily, to get our people home. You know, I remind you that every single moment that they are held in captivity, it is a war crime, every single moment. Now, in terms of the actual reason why, it's because it's a deal which seeks to leave Hamas standing. It seeks to leave Hamas still in power, and we will not accept that.
Right, and rightly so. I mean, what's Israel's response to the critics who are slamming the decision to turn down this deal? Because there are many, I've been seeing on social media, there are many people slamming Israel for not moving ahead with this decision. What does Israel have to say to that?
So in all of this conflict, I think that Hamas has done a phenomenal job of hoodwinking so many people into believing its talking points. You hear them repeated ad nauseum on many college campuses. It really is a very, very sad state of affairs when students or liberal students and other well-meaning, and I say that well-meaning people, are trying to, are just emulating the talking points of Hamas. Look, we know exactly what Hamas are. They are a genocidal, murderous organization. They're against democracy. They're against freedom. And we've made the decision, quite rightly here in Israel, that while first and foremost we'll always put our hand out in peace to our neighbors, that is our very essence. They want us dead. We know they want us dead. They tell us they want us dead. And the thing is, Monica, we believe them when they say these things. We actually do believe every single word they say, which is why the last 4 battalions of Hamas in Rafah will now be defeated and dismantled.
Absolutely. We believe them because we also see their actions. Thank you, David. God bless.
Thank you.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.